Hello, Canada, and thank you for joining me and all of us at TSN for another Special Olympics Canada National Awards Night. Now, before we begin to celebrate these incredible award winners, we must acknowledge the Indigenous peoples of all the lands that we are on today. These lands are steeped in rich Indigenous history and modern traditions. As a community, we have the responsibility to honor and respect the four directions: land, waters, plants, animals, and ancestors. Today, this area is home to many Indigenous peoples from across Turtle Island. At Special Olympics, we respect, acknowledge, and thank the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit of Canada on whose traditional territory we play, we learn, and we live. And today, as many of you know, I have been involved with Special Olympics now for a lot of years, and it is one of my favorite evenings and something that I look forward to every year, and to hear about and learn more about all these wonderful athletes and coaches who make up Special Olympics across our country. And one of the very best parts of this evening is the opportunity to co-host with a Special Olympics athlete. So it is my privilege to introduce from Moncton, New Brunswick, which isn't very far from Oromocto in New Brunswick. Would you welcome Jojo Landry? Hi, Jojo.
Thanks, Vic. Hi, everyone. I've been a Special Olympics New Brunswick athlete for 20 years, participating in soccer, curling, and softball. And I'm so excited to be here with Vic and celebrate our national award winners. Bonsoir tout le monde. Je m'appelle Jojo et j'ai le plaisir d'être votre animatrice ce soir. Merci, Vic. And to start, I have the pleasure to introduce the chair of the Special Olympic Canada Board of Directors, advocate, and great friend of the Special Olympics movement, Charles Baudelot.
Thank you, Jojo, and good evening, everyone. Bonsoir tous mes amis des Olympiques spéciaux. Like all of you, I'm really looking forward to this evening. First and foremost, I want to extend my sincere congratulations to all of our award winners, including athletes, coaches, and volunteers. Tonight is an opportunity for Special Olympics Canada and all of those involved in our movement to recognize each one of you for your contributions. Athletes putting out their best in their sport, coaches providing outstanding guidance and support, and volunteers who in so many ways make sure that our athletes have a safe and inclusive space to thrive. This time last year, I spoke about all of us waiting to return to the playing field. Well, now here we are finally, with programs opening back up across the country. I couldn't be happier to see our athletes' smiling faces back, and in person. Le mois dernier, j'étais dans ma ville natale d'Ottawa pour assister à une séance d'entraînement de l'équipe d'athlétisme. Je peux vous dire que c'était une expérience formidable. Our plan to recover, rebuild, and reignite the movement in Canada is well on its way, and it's because of people like you, our award recipients, that I know we will achieve our goals. On behalf of the Board of Directors for Special Olympics Canada, I want to wish all of you a fantastic next year of reaching new heights on and off the field. Je vous souhaite tous une année remplie de succès et d'accomplissement. Now back over to you, Vic and Jojo.
Thank you very much, Charles, and merci. Jojo, every National Awards Night, we take a moment to thank all of the extraordinary national partners of Special Olympics.
Prenons un moment pour remercier les partenaires de nationaux d'Olympiques spéciaux Canada. Thousands of Special Olympics athletes across Canada have the opportunity to participate in sports, lead a healthy lifestyle, make friends, and be part of the exclusive community because of the support of our national partners.
And Special Olympics would like to say a special thank you and acknowledge and thank the incredible sport and program partners who provide countless resources, training, educational, and competition opportunities for our athletes, coaches, and volunteers.
Thank you to everyone who stood by us these last few challenging years. When programs were on pause, we miss our friends, our coaches, our training, everything about Special Olympics. But we are finally back. Athletes across the country are lined up to return to programs, but we need more volunteers to help us all get back on the field. nous retournons sur le terrain de jeu, mais nous avons besoin de plus de bénévoles pour rendre cela possible.
And Jojo, I can also imagine it was very hard for volunteers and coaches who missed their athletes, such as yourself, and the time they spend with Special Olympics. And you know, Jojo, none of this happens, of course, without them. So let's show our volunteers a little love and let them know how important they are, and hope we may inspire others who are watching to get involved.
Thank you. Merci. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup.
On that note, it's time to announce this year's winner of the Jim Thompson Award, an award given to the volunteer who exemplifies the spirit, philosophy, and goals of the Special Olympics movement, and who has made a significant contribution to the organization.
Jojo, this award honors the memory of the late Mr. Jim Thompson, the driving force behind TSN's founding partnership with Special Olympics Canada way back in 1984, and a longtime supporter and a dear friend of the movement. And so, Jojo, the winner is
Darlene Broom from Special Olympics Nova Scotia.
Darlene Broom first became involved with Special Olympics 17 years ago when her son Matthew joined as a track athlete. Since then, she has gone on to impact almost every operational aspect of Special Olympics within her community of Lunenburg, Queens, Nova Scotia. For the past 5 years, Darlene has held the position of regional coordinator while also coaching bocce and curling. She's led her athletes to multiple provincial and national games. Her peers describe her as having all the necessary qualities to be a star volunteer: kind, empathetic, thoughtful, incredibly hardworking, a support to all those around her, and 100% committed to helping Special Olympics thrive. Please join us in congratulating this year's Jim Thompson Award winner, Darlene Broom.
Good evening. I'm honored to be the recipient of the Jim Thompson Award. I want to thank the selection committee for this great honor, and it is a great honor. Any award comes from the continued support of those who believe and entrust in you to help enrich the lives of those with an intellectual disability through Special Olympics sport. This is where I want to thank Special Olympics Lunenburg Queens, dedicated coaches, family, community for all the support throughout the year. Also want to thank Special Olympics Nova Scotia and Special Olympics Canada. Most importantly, the reason I am dedicated and passionate to Special Olympics organization and family are you, the athletes. You are an inspiration to everyone with your talents, your abilities to do the best you can. You give me that extra drive. Thank you for that. My journey started back some 15 years ago when my son got involved in Special Olympics in our region. As a parent, I wanted for him to have a safe and fun place to be himself. Not only did Special Olympics sports support this, but empowered him to do the best that he could do, and with more confidence, intellectual growth, friendship, and of course fun. This is when I decided to get involved along with my partner Stuart, and of course involved into many new adventures for me in the future. In closing, I want to say thank you for letting me share with you tonight my journey of Special Olympics and the reason I love being part of this great organization. You, the athletes, you, Special Olympics organization. Thank you for this honor.
Congratulations to Darlene. Now, Jojo, our next pair of award recipients represent the incredible group of volunteer coaches who dedicate their time in Special Olympics grassroots community sports programs right across our country.
Nous pourrions rendre hommage à de très nombreux entraîneurs ce soir. There are many more deserving coaches than we could possibly recognize, but we are thrilled to share our finalists for the Coach of the Year.
And here they are: Annabelle Stanley from British Columbia, Betty Ann Dowry of Nova Scotia, Brian LeBlanc, BC, Laura Butler from Newfoundland and Labrador, Sandra McDougall from Ontario, and finally, Trevor Wicks, also from Newfoundland and Labrador.
And our first Coach of the Year award goes to Sandra McDougall.
Meet Sandra McDougall, one of Special Olympics Canada's Coaches of the Year. Sandra has been involved with Special Olympics for the past 12 years and currently coaches basketball, floor hockey, and soccer. She is also an active member of the Special Olympics Thunder Bay Community Council, where she assists in organizing regional games. She has initiated new programs like the Unified Floor Hockey and Basketball tournaments at Fort William First Nations Arena and Special Olympics nights at Lakehead University varsity basketball games. These new community relationships have brought many new valuable volunteers and sport opportunities to the organization. Though her teams were on pause through the pandemic, Sandra, along with her son Braylon and daughter Tyler, responded by creating virtual and in-person training sessions for all Special Olympics athletes in their region. As soon as a safe return to play was possible, Sandra opened her programs back up with athletes at full capacity, eager to get back. Congratulations on being named Coach of the Year, Sandra.
Hi everyone, I'd like to thank Special Olympics Canada for this prestigious award. Firstly, I'd like to take a minute and thank all of the athletes that have ever participated in our programs that I coach back in Thunder Bay. You have all meant the world to me and you've made such a difference in my life. Secondly, I'd like to take a second to also thank my kids, Tyler and Braylon McDougall, who have been coaching with me alongside me for 12 years. We have coached 3 sports together. We've traveled all over Canada. We've had so many amazing times together. And Special Olympics means the world to our family. Thirdly, I'd like to thank our local chapter, the Thunder Bay Special Olympics. I'd like to thank Rob Neff for all of his support. I'd also like to thank Dina Miniletti, who I like to call her my right-hand woman, as she supports anything that I want to do with my teams and helps with all travel arrangements. And also a huge thank you to Nancy McKircher, who helps keep me organized and does all of the Excel spreadsheets that need to happen with our sport. So again, thank you to my kids, Tyler and Braylon. I love you so much. You mean the world to me, and I could not have come close to coaching without you. And thank you again back to our athletes and everyone home watching back in Thunder Bay.
Congratulations, Sandra. And now our second Coach of the Year goes to Betty Ann Dowry.
Meet Betty Ann Dowry, one of Special Olympics Canada's Coaches of the Year. After 36 years as a Special Olympics coach in snowshoe, Betty Ann's long list of accomplishments include representing Canada as a coach in 5 Special Olympics Canada Games and 1 World Games. Aside from coaching her athletes, Betty Ann holds a number of other volunteer roles, from sitting on the Special Olympics Nova Scotia Board and the Provincial Leadership Council to mentoring athlete leadership and helping to develop new coaching education courses in her sport of snowshoe. This past year, Betty Ann was one of the training coaches for the Special Olympics Team Canada Training Squad 2022. She and her 2 snowshoers would meet 3 to 5 times a week using the beaches of Nova Scotia as an alternative to snow. Betty Ann is as committed a Special Olympics coach as there comes. Congratulations on being named Coach of the Year, Betty Ann.
Hello everyone. I am honored to receive the Coach of the Year award. I have been asked many times, how did you get involved with Special Olympics? 36 years ago, Brenda and Ira Huskins, parents of athlete Dave, were having a barbecue at White Point Golf Course. Proceeds going to Special Olympics Lunenburg, Queens. It was my job to make hamburgers. Before the event was over, I was hooked, ready to work with Special Olympics. My true love is snowshoeing and athletics. In 2005, I was selected to be part of Canada's World Winter Games in Japan as an assistant snowshoe coach. What an adventure. However, the most important thing about Special Olympics is the athletes. Volunteer with Special Olympics, I feel so welcome. I feel like I am family. Athletes are happy, hardworking, 100% is given to their sports. They teach me something new every day. Through Zoom calls, we kept connected, played games online, and kept phone calls on a steady pace. Getting back to practice, we did a Mother Nature's boot camp. Snowshoeing on the beach is so much fun. I am honored to receive this award, Coach of the Year. I want to thank my home region, Special Olympics Lunenburg Queens, Special Olympics Nova Scotia and Canada for their support. For our athletes and coaches and volunteers, thank you for everything. I would like to congratulate the other coaches nominated for the awards. You are all winners. I am so blessed for all the support over so many years. I want to thank my daughters, Nicole, Holly, granddaughter Katie, my grandsons Riley and Josh. I love working with our dedicated athletes, coaches, volunteers, and parents. Without your encouragement and faith, I would not be here accepting this award. Once again, thank you.
Congratulations, Sandra and Betty Ann. Félicitations. Next, we are excited to announce the addition of a new award this year, the Rising Star Coach of the Year Award. Et maintenant, nous sommes heureux d'annoncer l'ajout d'un nouveau prix cette année, le prix du jeune entraîneur ou de la jeune entraîneuse de l'année.
Jojo, this new award recognizes a volunteer coach who has joined Special Olympics and the movement within the last 5 years and has made an incredible impact in that short period of time, setting a shining example for the next generation of coaches to follow.
Les finalistes du prix du jeune entraîneur ou de la jeune entraîneuse de l'année sont, and our finalists for Rising Coach of the Year are.
Let's start with Ben Rayner from Saskatchewan, Morgan Manuel from Nova Scotia, and Sierra Sumner of Ontario.
The first ever Rising Star Coach of the Year award goes to Morgan Manuel.
Morgan Manuel is the first ever recipient of the Special Olympics Canada Rising Star Coach of the Year Award, a new category introduced this year. A former competitive soccer player herself, Morgan has helped coach Special Olympics Halifax Soccer for the past 3 years. Morgan was originally introduced to Special Olympics by one of her teammates in high school who was already volunteering. After completing her undergrad, Morgan returned to Nova Scotia for her master's degree in speech-language pathology at Dalhousie University and started her coaching journey with Special Olympics at the same time. Her fellow coaches say that Morgan has a natural ability to connect and relate with her athletes and has been instrumental in building comprehension of team dynamics and communication skills. The team and each member of it is stronger because of her patience and positive, motivating nature. Congratulations to our first ever Rising Star Coach of the Year winner, Morgan Manuel. We can't wait to see what comes next in your Special Olympics coaching career.
I am so grateful and honored to be the inaugural recipient for the Rising Star Coach of the Year. There are so many people I'd like to thank, but I'd like to start off with a big thank you to Special Olympics Nova Scotia and Halifax for their continued support. The minute I met our soccer team, I fell in love with coaching. To the athletes, I want to thank you so much for your willingness to learn and grow with me, and for the joy that you've brought me, even in the short time that I've been your coach. You've truly changed my life for the better. I began volunteering with Special Olympics just before the pandemic began, so I want to thank everybody who has helped me navigate my new role through the various obstacles that have come with the pandemic. The resilience of our organization and the passion and dedication of my fellow volunteers and coaches have made me so grateful to be a part of such a wonderful team. To my fellow coaches, thank you for your unconditional support and for the lasting friendships that we've made along the way as well. I hope this award can show new coaches and volunteers that it doesn't matter how long you've been involved with Special Olympics, you can still make a positive impact. I hope that, like me, future coaches and volunteers can see how amazing it is to be involved with this organization, and I hope to be involved for many more years to come.
Jojo, it's time now to hear from our Champions Network, a group of athletes and celebrities who give their time to support Special Olympics in a way that only they can. Athlete to athlete, champion to champion.
Hello, my SOC family.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Jack Armstrong here.
Bonsoir tout le monde.
Honey Alexia.
Kyle Schufeld.
Cheryl Bernard.
Katrina LeMay Doan here.
Je m'appelle Joanie Rochelle.
I'm Dinah Matheson, formerly of the women's soccer team.
Salut tout le monde, c'est Patrick Chan.
I just wanted to send a big congratulations to all the winners at the Special Olympics Awards.
Congratulations, Anastasia Busis here. I am so incredibly honored.
To all you wonderful athletes and coaches.
Well deserved for your athletic performances, for all the training you did this year.
Je vais dire merci pour votre passion et pour votre travail. Même pendant les dernières années, parce que c'était difficile pour tout le monde, et votre passion et votre résilience pendant la pandémie.
I'd like to say thank you to everyone who has contributed to the amazing Special Olympics movement in Canada over the past year.
Parents, coaches, volunteers, thank you to everybody who helped make this possible for another year of playing and being a part of the game.
Bravo, continuez dans le sport.
Thank you for reminding all of us of the spirit and the importance of the Special Olympics movement.
So excited to see what you do in the future because this is just the start.
Keep up what you're doing. It's so inspiring watching all of you race and compete.
Je vous félicite d'avoir atteint le plus haut niveau dans vos sports respectifs cette année.
I can't wait to see you next and celebrate.
You are number one. You are champions.
And Jojo and I would like to thank all of those wonderful messages, and I know that they will inspire many of our Special Olympics athletes. Jojo, now it's time to introduce the award honoring the late Frank Selke Jr. and the invaluable impact of fundraising across the movement. This award not only honors his work, but the work of thousands of volunteers across Canada who make Special Olympics possible. Now, this annual award is presented to a fundraising volunteer who has made significant contribution to the movement. Now, it could be locally, it could be provincially, even nationally, and has best exemplifies the spirit, the philosophy, the goals of Special Olympics Canada. And so,
this year's Frank Selke Jr. Fundraising Volunteer of the Year Award winner is Elliot Cohn from Ontario.
Elliot Cohn has been a proud champion of Special Olympics in Canada since 1999, when his company Cubic became a national partner. Every year, Cubic provides invaluable in-kind support for competition and games, as well as fundraising events and national awareness campaigns. No request for support is ever denied, and Elliot often goes above and beyond. Elliot also serves as the co-chair of Limitless, the Special Olympics Gala, Special Olympic Canada's signature fundraising event. As a volunteer, leader, and sponsor over the past 8 years, he's played a critical role in the success and growth of this vital event. Under his leadership, the Gala continues to surpass its ambitious annual fundraising goals, even throughout the 2 years of the pandemic, when Special Olympics Canada had to shift to an appeal and a virtual event. Elliot believes deeply in the Special Olympics mission to enrich the lives of individuals with an intellectual disability through sport. An avid sportsman and fan himself, he understands the transformative power of sport. He's a strong proponent of inclusion and empowering all to achieve their full potential. Like Frank Selke, he is adept at forging and nurturing personal relationships and seizes opportunities to educate others about Special Olympics, its importance and impact, and secure their support of the movement. Congratulations, Elliot Cohn, our Frank Selke Jr. Fundraising Volunteer of the Year.
25 years ago, I got a call from Pierre Boisvert, who at the time was president of Bauer Sports Canada, and asked me if my firm would be interested in helping him out with the Special Olympics Gala in Quebec. They had us on an auction table, and he wasn't impressed in how it looked, and he wanted to know if we can help him dress it up. Well, I didn't realize at that time how influential that call would be 25 years later. I found the Special Olympics family, and to me that has proven to be very unique. It's been a tremendous experience all the way through for the past 25 years. The individuals at Special Olympics Canada have been fantastic to deal with, an absolute pleasure to deal with. But more importantly, it's been the athletes. The love of sport, how sport brings them together, how sport has allowed them to flower and bloom and come out of shells has been absolutely remarkable to see and watch over the past 25 years. I've met many athletes, I've been to several games, and it's really been a fantastic experience. You know, as the motto says, let me win, but if I cannot win, let me be brave in the attempt. Well, you're not only brave in the attempt, the athletes, you are amazing. And for that, I thank you very much for recognizing me as the Frank Selke Jr. Volunteer of the Year Award for Canada 2022. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Elliot. Félicitations. Each year, law enforcement personnel from big cities and small towns across Canada organize local fundraising events under the Law Enforcement Torch Run banner.
And to announce our next award, it's my honor to introduce the Chief of the York Regional Police Service, Jim McSween, to talk more about the legacy of Constable Rob Plunkett.
Hi, I'm Chief Jim McSween. I'm so pleased to join you virtually to present the Rob Plunkett Law Enforcement Torch Run Award. Detective Constable Rob Plunkett was a 22-year veteran of York Regional Police who was tragically killed in the line of duty in August of 2007. Rob was a true ambassador for the promotion and inclusion of Special Olympics athletes through his hard work with the Torch Run. Rob served as the chair of the 2000 Special Olympics Ontario Spring Games, as well as the co-chair of the World Winter Games. Rob's legacy lives on, not only at this police service, but in services across this country. The Torch Run stands for respect, acceptance, and inclusion. The flame of hope we carry shows our admiration for the athletes Rob spent decades supporting.
This year's winner of the Rob Plunkett Law Enforcement Torch Run Award is Amanda Trenchard. As the chair for the Alberta Law Enforcement Torch Run in Edmonton, Amanda has committed hundreds, if not thousands of hours to Special Olympics and LETR. She not only volunteers through LETR, but also as a Special Olympics coach of soccer, snowshoeing, and athletics. She's even volunteered as a referee at Special Olympics World Games. Between each torch run, Amanda continues to train with her athletes, running local marathons and half marathons together. Amanda has also spearheaded many fundraising initiatives, including establishing Heroes Running for Heroes, and being a part of the small group of people that brought the Polar Plunge to Alberta, one of the largest fundraisers province-wide that has now expanded into 5 different cities. She's driven by one thing: her dedication to the athletes and the goal of inclusion for all. Congratulations to our Rob Plunkett Law Enforcement Torch Run Award winner, Amanda Trenchard.
Thank you. I feel really honored to be receiving this award. I find it hard to believe that I'm being honored for something that I love to do. I can hardly remember a time when I was not involved with Special Olympics and the Law Enforcement Torch Run. In the early 90s, I was asked by a friend if I could come out and help him coach the soccer team. Well, let me tell you, you only have to attend a Special Olympics event once and you are hooked. As a coach, I feel very privileged to encourage the development of many talented Special Olympic athletes. It has become one of my most rewarding aspects of my life. In joining the Edmonton Police Service in 2007, I quickly became involved in the Law Enforcement Torch Run for Special Olympics. This just provided me another avenue to give back to the athletes through creating awareness and raising funds. Over the years, I have organized and volunteered at many events. But if not for all the people involved, no event would have ever been a success. So I share this award with the many people who have worked with me through the years and created a team effort. Finally, I would like to thank all the athletes I've had the honor to coach and work alongside. I have been very blessed to have been involved with Torch Run and Special Olympics. You, the athletes, have truly enriched my life and made me a better person. Thank you again for this honor.
Congratulations, Amanda. Our next award honors the late Harry Red Foster.
Yes, named after the late Harry Red Foster, who was a sports broadcaster and an advertising executive who founded Special Olympics here in Canada. And like Mr. Foster, our winner has contributed significantly to the development, awareness, and success of Special Olympics in our country.
So let's meet this year Harry Red Foster Award winner. Congratulations, Blake Murphy. Félicitations, Blake Murphy.
Blake Murphy has been involved with Special Olympics for over 40 years. He became an integral part of the creation and financial administration of the Special Olympics Canada Foundation at its 1997 inception. He then served as the director and was instrumental in assisting with scripting the bylaws and articles of its incorporation. Since then, he has remained the Foundation's treasurer for the past 25 years. This award honors the late Harry Red Foster for his contributions to the Special Olympics movement, which holds extra meaning for Blake, his godson. Ever since he first became involved with Special Olympics, Blake has been motivated by a strong sense of commitment to his godfather's legacy. In addition to his roles with Special Olympics, Blake is also treasurer of the Harry Red Foster Foundation, which since 2012 has donated nearly $2 million to support Special Olympics in Canada. While committed to honoring the movement's history, Blake always has his eyes set on the future. Over the past year and a half, he has been a dedicated member of the Advisory Committee for the creation and implementation of a national planned giving program for Special Olympics Canada, its foundation, and provincial and territorial chapters. Congratulations, Blake Murphy, our Harry Red Foster Award winner.
Hello, my name is Blake Murphy. I am delighted to be the recipient of this year's Harry Red Foster Award. The award is especially meaningful to me because I knew Harry Red. He was my godfather, and I got involved because he asked me to. And I have worked over the years to try and further Red's vision and objectives to see Special Olympics in Canada grow and prosper. Red's brother had an intellectual disability, and this inspired him to dedicate his volunteer time and philanthropy to improving the lives of similar individuals and their families. Taking the lead from the Kennedy family in the US, Red supplied the seed financing and initiative to establish Special Olympics in Canada, get it up and running, host national games, and recruit capable volunteers to move it forward. My involvement started when the Ontario chapter ran into some challenges in the early 1980s, and I have continued over these 39 years, rolling up my sleeves to help and contributing financial support through the Harry E. Foster Foundation and personally. While most of the award focus is typically on the sports side of Special Olympics, programs, games, coaches, and athletes, I've been primarily involved in the administrative side, which takes responsibility for the business side of a charity. Paying staff, money inflows and outflows, investing funds, bookkeeping, budgets, financial statements, annual external audits. These are the activities that have to happen behind the scenes to facilitate delivering sport to our athletes. I've also had a chance to be involved in making operational choices involving policies and leadership that has shaped the organization as we see it today. I have also worked on special projects that will provide benefits down the road. Other highlights for me include being a part of the organizing committee hosting the World Winter Games in Toronto and Collingwood in 1997, and serving as the Team Canada World Winter Games honorary head coach in Nagano, Japan in 2005. Over my tenure, I have made many friends and taken great joy and satisfaction in observing the growth and maturing of Special Olympics, and most of all, the beneficial role it has played in Canadian society and for our supporters, coaches, athletes, and their families. Red would be ecstatic, and so am I. Thank you.
Being part of a team means so much to every Special Olympics athlete. We're not just teammates, we're family, and we elevate each other.
And Jojo, the 2022 Team of the Year, and the award goes to a very special team who share that spirit wherever they go and with whomever they meet.
This year's finalists are les finalistes de cette année sont
St. Thomas Swish from Ontario and Special Olympics Saskatoon basketball.
And the winner is Special Olympics Ontario, St. Thomas Swish.
The St. Thomas Swish basketball team was formed in 2015 and went a perfect 7-0 that first season. Even more impressive is that all these years later, the small but mighty team of 9 athletes and 2 coaches have only ever gotten a positive review wherever they go, whoever they play. The Swish team takes representing their town very seriously and are known for their sportsmanship and respect on and off the court. They've even played games where other coaches have complimented them for their team spirit. The Swish team are always looking for ways to help out in their community. Every year, they play the local police and fire services. In the summers, they hold open games in the park and invite people to join, helping to break down stigmas against individuals with intellectual disabilities. It's always a great turnout and a lot of fun for all involved. Please join us in congratulating our very deserving Team of the Year, Special Olympics Ontario's St. Thomas Swish.
To take this opportunity to acknowledge my assistant coach, Beth Clark. She has been with the team for a few years now, and she does an amazing job. She's always there, even at short notice, so thank you so much for my assistant coach. I'd also like to take the time to say thank you to Special Olympics Canada for giving us the opportunity, and the St. Thomas Swish for being an amazing bunch of young men and women. They do a lot for the community on and off the court. They do such an amazing job. So thank you guys.
I would like to thank my head coach. He is an amazing asset to our team, Trevor Armstrong. And then I would also like to acknowledge our team especially. They wouldn't be here without them. And I would like to thank SOC for this acknowledgement and the opportunity for this award.
Special Olympics means to me learning from the best coach, reaching goals, friends, family, and the community. Go Swish, go.
Thank you to my coaches and to Special Olympics for letting me play.
Our success this year is definitely because of our great coaching and supportive teammates. So thanks again for recognizing us. It means a lot to me.
The team, the tools. Thank you, coaches, and thank you, people.
Thank you!
Félicitations à toute l'équipe. And now it's time to introduce our 2 Athletes of the Year presented annually to 2 of Canada's most outstanding athletes. And the finalists are...
All right, Jojo, here they are. Cameron Grant from Manitoba, Francis Stanley of British Columbia, Leonka Kalua of Alberta, Lisa Butler, she's from Ontario, Lisa Bernard from Prince Edward Island, and Megan Price of Newfoundland and Labrador.
And your 2 Athletes of the Year are Francis Stanley and Lisa Butler. 2 athlètes extraordinaires et personnes d'encore meilleures. Rencontrons tout d'abord Francis.
Meet Francis Stanley, a Special Olympics athlete of 13 years. Francis has competed in cross-country skiing, soccer, and athletics. Francis's athletic accomplishments include winning gold medals in cross-country skiing at both the national and world level, and he was most recently named to Special Olympics Team Canada 2022. One thing Francis's coaches, friends, and family will tell you is that Francis never stops thinking about skiing and Special Olympics. His expression of sheer joy for his sport is infectious. He has amazing focus and determination to continuously challenge himself to get faster and reach new personal bests. His pride for being a Special Olympics athlete is clear to everyone he meets. It's one of the first things he will tell you about himself. He is passionate about spreading awareness for the organization and sharing the achievements of his fellow athletes. Congratulations to Special Olympics Athlete of the Year, Francis Stanley.
Hey, Coach. I was really surprised to be chosen. I have been to the World Games in Russia in 2017 and win the gold medals. Said that I have trained hard and heads to the of my local Tamak local. I trained alongside the race team, raced alongside some amazing athletes and friends. This led me to win 3 gold medals in nationals in 2020 in Fan Bay and being chosen for the national team to go to Russia. We never got to Russia, but I did compete in the 22 Canada skiing trips. USS Sibir's 2 Files in Western and Cameroon in March 22, and alongside the Canada Olympic athletes. I was proud to represent Special Olympics is athletes and showing everyone what we can do. I would like to thank my coaching, Godfrey, Les, Emma, and my mom, Annabelle, George, and healthy lifeless being a mentor to other skiers to find my excellent part to ski fast with good technique. Thank you.
Meet Lisa Butler. For the past 24 years, Lisa has competed in 5-pin bowling, athletics, swimming, cross-country skiing, basketball, floor hockey, soccer, and softball. Throughout the years, Lisa has represented her province of Ontario at many Special Olympics Canada Games and was most recently named to Special Olympics Team Canada 2022. Despite her rigorous virtual training with the national team program, Lisa was always eager to add more to her training schedule. When her local Special Olympics swim team held a weekly fitness and creativity challenge, Lisa never missed recording a workout or art project for 50 consecutive weeks. Whether she's on the court, in the pool, or on the track, she's known to always demonstrate incredible sportsmanship. You will often see Lisa pass the ball to a teammate who might not get as many chances to shoot a basket, and she always makes a conscious effort to thank her coaches and officials for everything they do. Congratulations to Special Olympics Athlete of the Year, Lisa Butler.
I am very thankful for all my coaches who have guided me through my Special Olympics journey to help me reach my personal best to be a successful athlete. I love the social interaction and the friendships I have developed over the years. Traveling to all levels of competition have been lots of fun and very rewarding. My family's encouragement and support through this journey has been very important to me. I am very honored and extremely happy to not only be nominated, but to receive this National Athlete of the Year award. I am very proud to be participating in Special Olympics since I was 14 years old, and this is my biggest highlight and a special keepsake. Again, thank you so much for this honor.
Congratulations, Francis and Lisa. C'est maintenant l'heure du dernier prix de la soirée. It's now time for our final award of the night, the Dr. Frank Hayden Athlete Lifetime Achievement Award. Your finalists are...
And here they are. Jamie Trousdale from Prince Edward Island, Malcolm Goebel from Saskatchewan, and Trevor Knight, who hails from Ontario.
And the winner is Malcolm Goebel.
Meet this year's Dr. Frank Hayden Athlete Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Saskatchewan's Malcolm Goebel. The award honors Canada's Dr. Frank Hayden and his lifetime of achievements and contributions for an organization he has loved his entire life. His research and idea of sport empowering those with an intellectual disability led to the founding of Special Olympics more than 50 years ago. This award goes to a Special Olympics athlete who has exemplified the spirit, philosophy, and goals of the movement over the course of their career. Malcolm has been a dedicated Special Olympics athlete for the past 39 years. He participates year-round in a variety of sports, including basketball, bocce, bowling, curling, floor hockey, softball, speed skating, and athletics. While he's competed and medaled at many Special Olympics Canada Games, what sets him apart is his spirit at each practice. As an individual, he cheerfully puts his best effort forward as a coachable athlete, wanting to perform at his highest level. As a team player, he's first to lend a hand, pass the ball, or share words of encouragement, always putting his team first. He helps to make new athletes feel welcome and included, always shows up with a smile, and gives 100% effort. Please join us in congratulating Malcolm Goebel as our 2022 winner of the Dr. Frank Hayden Athlete Lifetime Achievement Award.
Good evening. My name is Malcolm Goebel. I live in Siskiyou, Saskatchewan. It is an honor for me to receive this award. Congratulations to all the nominees and award winners. I want to thank the many people in my life who have coached me and helped me in my life of sports. Thank you to the sponsors, my coaches, volunteers, and friends. I still remember one of the first medals I received in bowling when I was very young. My life for sports has been part of my whole life. Taking part in sports has kept me active and healthy. I have met so many special people through my sports and have traveled to many places. Thank you to the coaches and sponsors who helped that possible. Thank you to the many different coaches who helped me in bowling, space game, floor hockey, curling, baseball, and bocce. My coaches believe in me and would ask me to help coach other athletes on the team I'm on. Thank you to Special Olympics Saskatchewan for picking me, and Special Olympics Canada for this award.
Congratulations to all of this year's award winners. Jojo?
Before we go, a word from our fearless leader, the CEO of Special Olympics Canada, Sharon Bullenbach.
Hello everyone, bonjour à tous. What a fabulous night. Congratulations to all of our award nominees and this year's amazing winners. You each demonstrate what Special Olympics is truly all about. And how about our two hosts, Vic and Jojo? Thank you so much for hosting. Jojo, not a trace of first-time jitters. And Vic, we couldn't be more honored to include you as a champion and most importantly, a friend of our movement. The Special Olympics Canada Awards Night is a time of celebration and recognition. And for me, it is also always a time for reflection and a renewed commitment for going forward. As I reflect on this past year, and really the past 2+ years, I am humbled and in awe for each and every valuable contribution that makes Special Olympics in Canada so strong and so vibrant. Never before have the collective actions of so many been so critical to our important work of enriching the lives of Canadians with an intellectual disability through sport. Whether an athlete, a parent, a volunteer, a staff member, a national partner, or a big old fan, each of us, no matter our role, contribute to a movement that honors what is unique about each individual. We are a part of a family where dignity and respect are the order of the day, and where empowering people to reach their full potential is just what we do. We have weathered a storm and come out the other side together. There is a momentum building across this country. Athletes are getting back to gyms, soccer pitches, swimming pools, and arenas. Friends are uniting, and communities are coming together with a renewed sense of passion and purpose. We are laser focused on getting athletes and volunteers back on the playing field. And this would not be possible without the drive, determination, and steadfast support of our collective Special Olympics family, each contributing in unique and countless ways. When we unite around shared values and a common direction, really amazing things happen. Thank you to each and every person who contributes to our success. Our superpower is our collective, and I extend my heartfelt gratitude to every athlete, volunteer, family member, partner, donor, staff member, and friend for your unwavering dedication. Our future looks bright thanks to each of you. Congratulations again to tonight's award winners. Thank you all for joining us this evening. Merci beaucoup tout le monde.
Thank you, Sharon, and thank all of you for being with us. Merci à tous de vous être joints à nous ce soir pour se célébrer ces personnes inspirantes et le mouvement partout au Canada.
And so now, as Jojo and I leave you, we say congratulations to all our award winners, and a special thanks to you, wherever you may be watching across our country. Thanks to all the Special Olympics supporters as we continue to build more inclusive communities across our country. And Jojo, truly has been so nice to be with you, to talk about New Brunswick and Moncton. I wish you all the best, safe travels, and I hope we get a chance to do it again.
It's been a lot of fun, Vic.
So, till next time, thank you again for joining us. Take care of yourselves and each other, and enjoy your return to Special Olympics programs. Let's get back to the competition.
See you on the playing field. Nous vous verrons sur le terrain de jeu bientôt.
Take care.
Bye.